welcome everybody to the 36th annual Vancouver Pride Parade here on Shaw.
We got an exciting day ahead.
We have 650,000 of our closest friends.
Absolutely. And 143 floats.
And plenty of sunshine to get this place rocking.
Lots going on all day long.
And the temperature couldn't be any nicer.
Hot, hot, hot.
And those are the boys.
And girls.
And girls.
Dancing boys, dancing girls.
Plenty of sunshine, all the perfect things to make this thing really, really rock.
Let's get this party started.
Happy Pride! Of course, the Dykes on Bikes are the customary kickoff to Pride here. Pretty much every major Pride parade. They get the crowds all roared up.
Next to the Knights of Malta, the Dogwood chapter. The Knights are a denim and leather enthusiast group who work together to raise money for charity while having fun. In 1990, the Dogwood chapter was formed, making this a truly international organization. The Knights spend their time, energy, and finances on supporting local charities and nonprofits for Vancouver. They are also proud to be the official honor guard for numerous groups, including the Vancouver Pride Society, the GVNCS, the DMS, and the Empress of Canada Foundation. This year, sadly, we're missing one familiar face, Jim DeYoung. Let's hear for the Knights of Malta.
It's Jim DeYoung, of course, a long-standing member of our community. Look at Peekaboo North.
Oh,
Coming up on your screens, that would be the orange number, I guess is the best way to put it, right on the center screen.
And now, here we have the Greater Vancouver Nature Native Cultural Society. They're a non-profit organization offering support to Native individuals in the rural and urban gay communities. They offer a vehicle for research and study of Native peoples and their traditional cultures. Please welcome the recently named Chief Longclaws, Mr. Byron Lee, his Princess Nestle Miyu, Cinder Star, and many two-spirited elders. All have served on the GVNCS as their chief or princess. The GVNCS would like to once again welcome all of the members from the Niska Nation, showing support to our two-spirited people.
Of course, that's Chief Byron Longclaws up on the car, driven by Chief Al Houston. And Cinder Star.
Next we have the Canadian Aboriginal AIDS Network and the Pacific Association of First Nations Women. They're proud to celebrate values of the LGBTQ community. CANN is a not-for-profit that advocates for and supports Aboriginal people affected by HIV, AIDS, and other diseases. We believe that all Aboriginal people deserve the right to protect themselves against infection.
And this, of course, is Grand Marshal Ted North. Ted is a local LGBTQ legend, contributed over 56 years of activism before he passed away this spring. Ted organized the first Pride March in Canada. He created the Courts of Canada, the first Gay Businessmen's Guild, the first Gay Sports League in Canada, and co-founder of the Greater Vancouver Native Cultural Society. He held the title of Empress of Canada for 50 years. He was a leader in the fight against HIV and AIDS and the advancement of LGBTQ rights. And he helped define the modern LGBTQ community and human rights movement in Canada.
And then we have our next Grand Marshal, Gwen Hayworth. Gwen is a queer trans filmmaker and activist, best known for her feature documentary, She's a Boy I Knew. Gwen works at Vancouver Coastal Health as the educator for Prism Services.
And our next Grand Marshal is Dean Nelson. In addition to producing Whistler Ski and Pride Festival, he is a co-founder of Mr. Gay World Mentorship Program. Dean also co-founded the first Olympic Pride House at the 2010 Vancouver Olympics.
And of course, here comes the City of Vancouver! Parks Board, Public Library, Fire and Rescue, Police and BC Ambulance, who are proud to serve the city. Over 650,000 people attend the parade each year to support the LGBTQ community. This year, the city's float has an all-natural theme, reflecting our efforts to become the world's greenest city by 2020. The float also recognizes the successful 2014 Host City Pride House mission to Sochi, promoting LGBTQ rights in Russia. Happy Pride from Mayor Gregor Robertson and all the Vancouver City staff.
We know this group. They're from the East End. They're the Carnival Street Band. They'll also be performing all through Pride.
And of course, the Vancouver Fire Department. I'm so hoping I don't get sprayed.
Woo, woo, woo! Now that's a fire.
It looks like they're giving us all a bit of a break with the fire hoses this year.
We have the Command Special Operations and no shower guns this year. We lucked out.
Well, they're looking a little wet on the sides.
Oh, they are.
Give it up for the Vancouver Fire Department, everybody!
Let's hear it for them.
You're watching the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw.
All of this you've been seeing, of course, is part of the huge City of Vancouver contingent,
It's great to see this support.
which of course is made up of the City of Vancouver, Parkmore Public Library, Fire and Rescue Police, and BC Ambulance. Serving Vancouver for 40 years.
That stretcher looks very comfortable right now.
They have the rainbow-colored intravenous. We may need it by the end of the day. Now here we have the ambulance giving out beads to the crowd. Put up your hands if you want some beads.
Make some noise if you want beads, everybody.
I'm so impressed by the size of this entry. The City of Vancouver has turned it out today.
There we go. And as part of the city, we've got the pipe band coming through.
Oh, it's probably the Vancouver Police Pipe Band, I'm assuming.
I think you're correct, Barb.
Always a great sight to
Pipe
see.
band with Jim Chief.
Give it up for the Vancouver Police Pipe Band! Woo! And of course,
There's
the Vancouver Police Chief, Jim Chu, everybody!
Yes.
Happy Pride.
Chief Chew.
Nice to see you.
And of course, Mr. Handsome Mario Giardini.
Still part of the City of Vancouver entry. We've got the police vehicles coming through.
With their new fancy vehicles.
Great lights, too. I recognize that siren.
Yes.
Give it up for the VPD, everybody!
The Vancouver VPD.
Always proud to be involved with them.
Give it up for the Vancouver Police Department to keep us all safe.
Oh,
Now
they've
that's
got
the
giveaways,
tank.
everybody.
I see a mascot hiding behind one of them.
Yes, and they're representing the Vancouver Police Foundation, building safe communities.
Don't forget you can learn more about all of this at the VancouverPoliceFoundation.org.
We have a young recruit.
And the mobile command center, now that is a beast.
And coming up here we have the TD Bank. TD Bank presents their float Forever Proud, a rainbow playground featuring TD drag queen Carlotta Girl, TD dancers, and a huge contingent of TD employees. This is TD's 10th year in the parade and its 5th as presenting sponsor. TD proudly sports over 42 Pride festivals in Canada and the US and is considered the bank of choice for many in the LGBT community. TD Bank takes pride in the LGBTQ community and has one of the largest employee pride networks in North America, with over 300 members across BC and 1,000 across Canada. TD is committed to the LGBTQ community, battling homophobia, with a particular focus on educational programs around homophobia and bullying, supporting youth and HIV awareness. There she is, Carlotta Girl, Miss TD Bank.
Here she comes.
Getting off the float.
Here she comes.
There she is.
It's
She
a
goes.
Carlotta cartwheel.
It's a cartwheel. There she goes. Give it up for the girl. Little kiss for Mikey B.
Never boring with Carlotta Girl. Nice bum, honey.
Yep, back on the float, back on the horse.
She's climbing back up.
Boy,
Always classy.
she works it. She works it. Give it up for Carlotta Girl.
In her new uniform.
Happy Pride.
Give it up for Carlotta!
Carlotta Girl.
That's Carlotta Girl.
TD Bank,
And a new float at that.
forever proud. Carlotta Girl. Dancing boys.
Always a fun float. Now coming up, we have the West End Seniors Network Society at Harrow Park Centre. The Harrow Park Centre is a campus of care in the West End, providing independent living, assisted housing, and residential care. They're staffed by a workforce that provides personal support services to meet physical, social, and emotional needs. They work closely with the neighborhood partners, particularly the LGBT community, to ensure that there is a safe space and needs for our elder residents.
And this would be the Vancouver Men's Chorus. The Vancouver Men's Chorus is Canada's first gay chorus. They're celebrating 33 successful years of show-stopping concerts and dedicated service to the community. Hot off the heels of their sold-out show run entitled Number One Hits, the VMC is performing 2 chart-topping tunes, Whitney Houston's I Wanna Dance With Somebody and Barbra Streisand's Don't Rain on My Parade. And, of course, riding the red convertible, there's a phrase you hear often from this particular gentleman, VMC Artistic Director Willie Zwazdeski and VMC Life Member and Community Legend Bill Monroe.
Hello. Let's hear for the Vancouver Men's Chorus.
Sing out, sing proud.
have the Huggable Advocacy and Rescue Society. Huggable Advocacy and Rescue Society works with equal rights for canine citizens. This group rescues pit bull breeds from BC shelters and places them in loving, responsible homes where they become ambassadors or ambassadogs for a breed that's still sometimes stigmatized. Huggable invites you to take a look behind the label and join them in supporting and celebrating responsible ownership of all breeds.
And look at those beautiful guys
So
and gals. Happy Pride to all the pit bulls out there in town today.
Pit bulls with skirts, aren't they cute? Or they're tutus.
There are tutus. Look at that.
Adorable.
All right, they put a great float together here. This is Man Up. Man Up is a gender cabaret and queer dance party at the Cobalt in East Van, featuring top queer talent every month. Man Up is quite possibly the biggest monthly drag king show in the entire world, and also has a little brother party, Amateur Hour, which is hosted by Pony Boy. Pony Boy welcomes aspiring gender performers of all varieties to try their hand at drag. Many have been here and have regular bookings at Man Up. We're so happy to have them here.
And we have the Positive Living BC.
28 years ago, the Positive Living Society of British Columbia was formed so that support, passion, and love could make a difference in the fight against HIV and AIDS. Hello, John Bishop, of course, driving the car. Today, AIDS-related deaths are all but eliminated in BC, but the fight is ongoing. An estimated 13,000 British Columbians are HIV positive, and many of them don't know it. For those that do, life with the virus can be complicated. Visit positiveliving.bc.org.
We have Kaya, a trend-setting boutique that brings technology and fashion together to celebrate their unique personal style.
You are watching the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw.
Now here come the Vancouver Prime Timers. Vancouver Prime Timers have been in the community for 24 years and will be celebrating their 25th anniversary in 2015. The Prime Timers hold monthly meetings, arrange coffee shop meetings every Tuesday, bridge twice a month, and have lunches twice a month. The Prime Timers are also and always looking for new members, new activities to bring their membership together.
And of course, the Prime Timers are showing respect for Jim DeYoung and Ted North on the side of their vehicle. Nice little shout out to two amazing members of our community that we lost this past year.
Pioneers.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, here comes my sisters. Very proud to be a saint in this here organization. The Vancouver Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, the Abbey of the Long Cedar Canoe Society, and getting bigger and better every year. The Vancouver Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence are absolutely bursting at the seams with joy to be walking in their 4th Vancouver Pride Parade. Recognized as a registered charity in Canada, the sisters have been hard at work, building bonds with the community through their unique brand of ministry. They're always planning all sorts of events and fundraisers with the goal of providing necessities to the homeless and to fight the spread of HIV. Give it up for the Vancouver chapter of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Next we have a colorful float. Winners, Home Sense, and Marshalls. TJX Canada is a long-standing supporter and partner of Pride festivals across the country and are thrilled to be part of this year's Vancouver Pride Parade as we celebrate one of TJX's core values, diversity.
Winners always puts on quite a show.
Those colorful flags they're giving out. Put up your hand if you want one of the rainbow flags from Winner.
Oh yeah, they got swag.
They have a lot to give away today.
Oh my. Gym Diva.
Little sister.
All right, Little Sisters, they're a proud sponsor of Pride, bringing together people from around the globe to honor the past, celebrate the present, and inspire a future for LGBTQ communities. Join Winners Home Sense and the Marshals, wave your flags proudly, and join the party with Little Sisters.
Look at Kitty.
Love you guys. Looking hot, Jerry.
My. Velvet Steel in the house. All right, the Vancouver Gay Volleyball Association. Mr. Spiked. The Vancouver Gay Volleyball Association has been part of the queer community for over 30 years. They provide a level of volleyball from the beginning to the competitive. Much more than just volleyball. It's a great way to meet friends and have a blast. VGVA is open to anyone, gay, straight, lesbian, trans. If you're looking for a good time, join them. VGVA.com for details.
They got the Pride Ride cruise cabs going. Looks like we have the Loden Hotel coming through here now with this colorful rainbow car. The Dr. Peter Center, the Dr. Peter AIDS Foundation takes pride in providing respectful, supportive, and compassionate care to people living with HIV/AIDS. The Foundation's Pride entry is sponsored by the fabulous Loden Hotel. Very colorful entry, the Dr. Peter AIDS Foundation, doing amazing stuff.
All right, here we have them. Trojan, rock hard, rock pride with Trojan. Trojan is proud to celebrate their 8th consecutive year at the Vancouver Pride Parade. Trojan is proud to rock loud with you. As a leader in sexual health and Canada's #1 condom brand, Trojan has over 30 varieties of condoms, 6 varieties of lubricants, and 9 varieties of personal massagers. Discover your summer of pleasure with Trojan. Rock safe, rock hard, rock pride. They certainly are rocking.
And of course, who doesn't like a little cereal with their condoms?
Lucky Charms.
They're magically delicious.
They're magically delicious.
Lucky Charms is proud to be part of this magical Pride celebration. Lucky Charms believes that being different is not an issue or a problem, it's lucky. Being unique and colorful and expressive, someone louder than me.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious.
Next, we have one of the most popular floats in the parade every year.
The 16 flags you see before you are countries that let your children marry who never been born.
P-Flag is Canada's national voice that speaks for a more accepting Canadian society by providing support, education, and resources on issues of sexual orientation and gender identity. P-Flag actively assists in the recognition and growth of gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, two-spirited, queer, and questioning persons and their families and friends within their diverse cultures and societies. Let's hear it for P-Flag!
And Colin McKenna and his mouth on a microphone.
And his mom.
Aideen.
Aideen was there too. Here we have Developmental Disabilities Association. The Developmental Disabilities Association runs donations and bottles recycling programs. Got stuff you don't want? Recycle it with them. There are 3 ways to donate: bins, pickup, or donation stations. Call 604-273 4DDA for details.
All right, here's a great group. They're a group of friends who have come together to celebrate Pride 3 years in a row because they believe everyone has the right to be exactly who they are. Whatever floats your boat. They are teachers, carpenters, lawyers, counselors, tech geeks, admin assistants, parents, single, married, partner, queer, transgendered, gay, allies, and they are a whole lot of fun. In their individual lives, they support inclusion and diversity. Give it up for whatever floats your boat. Now that's a lot of color. Woo!
Tasty.
That is one hell of a fun
We have
float.
the First Nations Health Authority. First Nation Health Authority supports BC First Nations, individuals, families, and communities to achieve and enjoy the highest level of health and wellness by working with them on their health and wellness journeys, honoring traditions and cultures, championing First Nations health and wellness with the FNHA organization and with all of our sponsors.
We've, of course, got CBC. CBC is proud to be part of Vancouver's diverse community, celebrating acceptance, equality, and freedom. CBC provides the best local coverage on TV, radio, and online. Join the news team weekday mornings for the early edition and weeknights at 5, 6, and 11 p.m. for CBC News Vancouver.
Next, we have the Diocese of New Westminster Anglican Church and Canada Integrity Vancouver. Integrity Vancouver has been a home and community for queer Christians since the early 1980s, providing information, friendship, and a safe place to worship. The leadership and work of Integrity members helped the Anglican Diocese of New Westminster make the courageous and risky decision to acknowledge and bless same-sex relationships more than a decade before marriage equality was achieved in Canada. Today, the diocese is a place of welcome, inclusion, and affirmation for Christians and seekers of diverse gender and orientation identities. We celebrate God's love for all. Let's hear it for the Anglican Church of New Westminster. Celebrating God's love for all.
All right, we have the Surrey Youth Alliance, where they're a drop-in center that they're a support group for gay, lesbians, and bisexual, transgendered, transsexual, two-spirited, queer, questioning youth between the ages of 14 and 21 in Surrey and the surrounding areas of the Fraser Valley. Please visit them on Facebook, Surrey Youth Alliance, for more information.
And of course, this is Community, the hub for lesbian, gay, trans, bi, and queer community. Community delivers innovative programming to meet the needs and enrich the lives of BC's queer communities. They accomplish this through direct support, education, advocacy, and a space for connection. Among their most popular programs are the GAB Youth Group for Queer, Questioning, and Ally Youth, age 13 to 25, the Generations Program for adults over 55, the Queer Competency Training Workshop for individuals and organizations, and the Volunteers Program, which gives over 15,000 hours of service back to our community.
Let's hear for community. Next, we have the Canine Adventures Den Daycare, Inc. The Canine Adventure Den, not the back room of the pump jack, by the way. It's a place to leave your canine pups and you go play with the human ones. Vancouver's largest doggy daycare, providing a full spectrum of services, including daycare, pick-up and drop-off, grooming, boarding, and cruising or dog hikes in the woods. So much the outdoor space, your pups might feel like royalty while playing doggy style.
Here come some flounce for you.
Oh, I see a clown. I see a clown. here is Cirque du Soleil. Marching for the 4th time, Cirque du Soleil proudly celebrates their big fat gay gypsy wedding. Cirque du Soleil are a group of friends who have come together to celebrate love, life, LGBT pride. They have only one agenda: live life to the fullest, honoring their group mom Neil and his partner Mark. Upcoming nuptials. Cirque du Soleil presents My Big Fat Gay Gypsy Wedding, their own unique twist to love, life, community, and celebration. Happy Pride, Vancouver!
Woo! Look at those outfits. Look at those moves. Great costumes.
You're watching the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw.
Bold! Bold older lesbians and dykes. BOLD stands for Bolder Lesbians and Dykes, women who've contributed in so many ways to the LGBTQ community through their activism, hard work in many of our queer organizations and social events, and through their music writing and other cultural offerings. BOLD is a non-profit society that brings women together at BOLD Fest, their annual gathering in Vancouver. BOLD is dedicated to the creative, outspoken energy of old and older lesbians and to ongoing fun, challenge, and change.
At CTV, they're proud sponsors of the Vancouver Pride Parade this year. The Beat 94.5 is Vancouver's #1 music hit station, featuring Johnny, Holly, and Neera in the morning. CTV News Vancouver brings viewers news from all over the Lower Mainland. Starting in the morning at CTV Live, then at noon, 5, 6, and 11:30 p.m., and with today's soft rock at 103.5 QFM, now featuring Net and Drew in the morning. Let's hear it for QMFM.
And their community crew.
103.5.
Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. Always a popular entry in this parade. Vision Vancouver, Mayor Gregor Robertson and the Vision Vancouver team, they have a proud record of standing with Vancouver's LGBTQ community on City Council, the school board, and the park board. Mayor Gregor Robertson and his team have been working very hard to ensure Vancouver does everything in its power to end homophobia and transphobia in all their forms, and to make sure Vancouver doesn't go backwards on the remarkable progress that we've made together. At all levels of Vancouver local government, Vision Vancouver has been steadfastly committed to moving Vancouver forward as an inclusive, equal, and even more fabulous city. Toss in a toonie into that flag. Toss in your toonies.
Next we have the Weeds entry.
Isn't that an HBO special?
Sounds like it. Look at that flag.
Amazing. That, of course, is provided by the Vision Vancouver team, making its way down one of the prettiest parade routes in Vancouver.
What a gorgeous view. Look at that. The flags, the ocean, people. It doesn't get better than this.
And probably
Absolutely stunning. I'd say these guys are pro. And of course, now we bring you Celebrities Nightclub. Celebrities Nightclub has been an icon for Vancouver's LGBT community for over 30 years. This year's theme is Under the Sea. Everything is better down where it's wetter. Don't I know that?
Woo! Here for Celebrities.
Celebrities is known for bringing you absolutely amazing entertainment from all four corners of the globe. The biggest names and DJs, the best of drag queens, and so much more. Check them out for upcoming events at Celebrities Nightclub.
Next we have the Rhinestone Phoenix Charity Foundation. The Rhinestone Phoenix Charity Foundation has operated out of Vancouver's West End for over 34 years. They hold the titles of Mr. and Miss Gay Vancouver, current reigning Miss Gay Vancouver #2 Carla Forsouls, and Miss Gay Vancouver 34 Della Divine. Invite you to the 35th Annual Gay Pageant.
And here you have the St. Andrew's Wesley Church. The St. Andrew Wesley United Church is proud to participate in their 7th Pride Parade. They're a welcoming, inclusive, and progressive congregation located in the heart of downtown on the corner of Nelson and Burrard. There is something for everyone in this vibrant community of faith, where you don't need to park your opinions at the door. Check out the programs for children, adults, elders of the GLBTQ community. All are welcome in this place.
And of course now, here comes the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Today's BC Royal Canadian Mounted Police entry is in 2 parts. Firstly, Canada's Mounties wearing the world famous red serge, auxiliary and civilian members, community safety officers, other RCMP employees, and community volunteers, all proudly serving their BC communities.
A symbol recognized around the world as Canadian.
And secondly, don't they all look so handsome?
Very smart.
And that must be very hot to wear today, so give them a big round of applause.
Absolutely.
And of course, the second part is the Combined Forces Special Enforcement Unit of BC, participating in their first Vancouver Pride Parade. Make them feel welcome, everybody. They are the anti-gang unit for BC and include individuals from 13 different police agencies. All have volunteered to be here today to help promote community connections and diversity and to celebrate the partnership between the BC RCMP and the LGBTQ community.
Next, we have BC Corrections, and as corrections professionals, they provide safe and secure custody of inmates and deliver programs that promote public safety and reduce criminal behavior. BC Corrections is proud to support the gay community as part of its mandate and to contribute to the community at large. BC Corrections is part of the Vancouver Gay Pride Parade for the 3rd time in a row. We hope to be part of this great event for many, many years.
Now here we have the Vancouver School Board, VSB. The Vancouver School Board is committed to ensuring all students, staff, and school community members feel safe and engaged, included at all times. The district is proud to support countless LGBTQ programs and initiatives throughout its 110 elementary and secondary schools, so that its students from kindergarten to grade 12 and the adult learners understand the importance of diversity and acceptance, both in the classrooms and outside of it. They're proud to be marching in the Pride Parade, and today they want everyone to have as much fun as they are. Happy Pride from the VSB.
And of course, a big congratulations to the Vancouver School Board on their recent passing of new trans and gender fluidity policies with regards to washrooms and public spaces.
Absolutely. Let's hear from the Vancouver School Board.
Hi, kids!
VSB, safe, caring, and inclusive schools.
They've done some great work.
Look at the size of the crowds here today in Vancouver. Amazing.
And so well behaved.
And of course, coming up next, we have the Burnaby School District. The Burnaby School District, where all roads are a pathway to success. Our mission is to prepare and support an inclusive, caring community of learners for the challenges of a changing tomorrow. The Burnaby School Board first met in 1906 in a legacy of quality education and lifelong learning that continues today in 41 elementary schools and 8 secondary schools. They're very proud of their vibrant schools, diverse programs, and students' achievements. This district continues to promote the ideas of multiculturalism, inclusion, and kindness through its policies and initiatives. And their sexual orientation and gender identity policy was approved in June of 2011, so they've been working on it for a long, long time.
Next up, we have Global BC. Global BC and their parent company, Shaw, are proud to once again be part of the Vancouver Pride Parade. As BC's premier provincial broadcaster and its #1 source for news, Global BC and Shaw are proud to support diversity and equality for everyone. Let's hear for Global BC. And there's Skylar shaking it on the float. Hello,
What?
Skylar.
And of course, Fiona Forbes!
Hey, Fiona.
Hi guys!
Hello,
how you
Fiona!
doing?
Hello, Global. Oh, look at this dinosaur.
Wow.
There
Look
he
at
is.
this dinosaur.
Quite
He's
the
out having a
T-Rex.
good time too.
Wow.
Wouldn't want to run into him in the dark.
Oh, here come the Rimmers, Simone.
The Pacific Rim Curling League is BC's premier league for gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender curlers, as well as their straight allies, representing a vibrant and active segment of Vancouver's GLBTQ community, celebrating 31 years with 225 plus members across 48 teams. The Pacific Rim Curling League is BC's largest league and one of the largest GLBT-focused curling leagues in Canada.
And of course, Denman Place Mall coming up next there, your West End neighborhood mall. And they are definite fans of Pride. They are really grabbing onto things lately. They've been really showing their Pride spirit the last few years.
And next up, we have Amnesty International. Amnesty International and Vancouver's Raging Grannies are here to shout out loud and proud that LGBT rights are human rights. We invite you to join us. End violence based on sexual orientation or gender identity, and stop torture. Queer rights equal human rights.
Here we have the Rainbow Refugee Society. The Rainbow Refugee Society has been supporting LGBT people fleeing persecution because of their sexual orientation, gender identity, or HIV status since 2000. The people walking today are individuals who have found safety and a home in our city. Right now, there are people around the world afraid for their lives because of who they are. Over 80 countries worldwide have anti-homosexuality legislation, 10 of which include the death penalty. We want all our members to feel welcome in Canada and hope to bring many more people here safely. Visit rainbowrefugee.ca for more information on how you can help.
Well, you're going to want to make some noise for these ones. It's the Brazen Hussies as naughty cheerleaders. The Brazen Hussies, they are the naughty schoolgirls 2 years ago. The Condom Fairies last year. This year, they're the Brazen Cheerleaders. Their cheer is love yourself, love others, and love safely. And if you get one of their condoms, even if you don't need it, it's gonna be a hussy night.
Hot and hussy.
So they change it up every year for Pride. The first year, of course, the Condom Fairies. Last year, the Brazen
Now we have the
Cheerleaders.
Vancouver Opera Association. No one knows divas like Vancouver Opera. VO brings passion, tragedy, love, and spectacle, and beautiful music, of course, to the Queen Elizabeth Theatre stage and other venues throughout BC. Everyone is welcome, no opera experience is necessary. Check out VancouverOpera.ca. VO is thrilled to bring the irresistible passion of opera to Pride and encourages you to be your own diva.
Take the bull by the horns and support opera. You will love it.
That is quite the float.
Win 2 tickets to Carmen VO.
Here we have the NPA Vancouver. The NPA celebrates and supports the diversity of all people in Vancouver and fully supports efforts to assist LGBTQ plus persons in our community. Fostering inclusion and understanding is central among the NPA guiding principles. At 76 years of age, the NPA is Vancouver's oldest political party. They've nominated as one of Canada's first openly gay politicians in 1986, and we recognize, showcase, and celebrate the LGBTQ community in a fun-loving and embracing way. We want to celebrate this diversity throughout our parade entry, which is themed Celebration 2014.
And it's Sin City Fetish Night. Of course, Sin City Fetish Night is Vancouver's premier kinky club night and second longest running night in the city. Samantha Mac.
That's what we call a Samantha Mac attack.
Yes, they've had their over-the-top naughty get-together every month since May 2001 and attract a huge cross-mix of sex-positive, fun-loving, pansexual partiers of all types. Gay, straight, and everything in between, hosted by DJ Pandemonium. And Evelyn 13 Sin just recently moved back to its original home venue at Club 23 West in Gastown. With a party can be found every second Saturday of the month. If you want to know all their dirty details, head to SinCityFetishNight.com, the Sin City Fetish Night float.
Next, we have our friends from Victoria, Paparazzi Nightclub. Paparazzi Nightclub joins us again for Vancouver Pride. Located in Victoria at 642 Johnson Street, Paparazzi is a popular hotspot for both young and the young at heart. Paparazzi is one of Victoria's top venues, showcasing a variety of acts, theme nights, and its own dance troupe. Since 2007, they've donated $38,500 to Victoria Pride Society. They also hold fundraisers in the South Island Youth Group and other organizations. Paparazzi is now open for extended hours. They're open 365 days a year from 3 p.m. to 2 a.m.
And now here we have the Vancouver Frontrunners. With approximately 150 members, Vancouver's Frontrunners is one of the largest running and walking clubs in BC. Founded in 1983, they are also one of the oldest LGBT sporting clubs in Vancouver. Last Saturday, the Vancouver Frontrunners kicked off Pride Week with their 10th annual Pride Run and Walk in Stanley Park. This fun and colorful event raised thousands of dollars for out in schools and community. Last year, they raised $12,000. This year, they beat that, and the Frontrunners also have great legs, as you can all see.
And of course, what would be great legs without great balls? It's the tennis guys up.
You nailed it, Barb.
Yes, the Vancouver Tennis Association, a non-profit tennis organization fostering and promoting goodwill, fellowship, and healthy competition among tennis players in the gay and lesbian community. They've got about 200 active members. The VTA is one of the most popular gay and lesbian sporting organizations in Vancouver. The VTA is a member of the Gay and Lesbian Tennis Alliance, and they are run by volunteers. They have plenty of programs, including weekly doubles, fun social events.
And now we have Encore Pacific, Return It. Here comes the royal couple, Return It King and Queen, with their Encore Pacific Royal Court, majestically flying their colors. Almost 1 billion used beverage containers were returned for deposit and processed into new products. That's almost 100,000 metric tons of material vanquished from BC landfills.
And now we have Chorus Radio, The Fox, CKNW News, Talk, Classic Rock 101, and AM 730 Traffic. The Chorus Radio Vancouver stations Rock 101, playing all of the greatest hits from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and the world-famous Seafox, both flying their rainbow colors proudly today in support of Pride. CKNW News, Talk AM 980, Canada's first home for the TED Radio Hour, weekends at 11 a.m., based around the famous TED Talks, discussing topics of diversity, equality, and life lessons. CKNW Orphans Fund charity is also a great supporter of the Out in Schools program.
And of course, we have BCIT up next. The BC Institute of Technology is happy to be here and celebrate Pride with all of you. BCIT celebrates Pride, celebrates diversity, celebrates equality, celebrates success, and most importantly, celebrates you.
Next, we have the BC Humanist Association. The BC Humanist Association is a charity dedicated to providing community and activist organizing in the many non-religious and not very religious residents of BC.
Here we have Red Truck Beer and Company. This next beauty is the Red Truck Beer Company's 1946 Dodge Power Wagon, fully restored and powered up to help deliver the freshest beer in town. For the past 7 years, Red Truck Beer has been working its way into your favorite neighborhood hangouts, and with the finishing touches being put on the new state-of-the-art craft brewery, which will be complete in November.
And of course, it's Vancouver Dodgeball League. The Vancouver Dodgeball League is Vancouver's first, largest, and only non-profit dodgeball organization. They're run by a 50-plus group of committed and hardworking volunteers. They foster teams, building new friendships,
Hope you can keep up, boys. Believe me, I'm the beast.
It's starting to get pretty crazy down here at Parade
It
Central.
certainly is. And now we have the McLaren Housing Society. The Royal House of McLaren, commonly known as the McLaren Housing Society of BC, traces its lineage back to 1987 as the first HIV/AIDS housing organization in Canada, providing housing and support and service to kings, queens, princes, and princesses across Vancouver and the lower mainland of BC.
And now we have the Trans Alliance Society. This year, the Trans Alliance of BC is celebrating new rules that make it easier for transgender persons to update their documents. They also applaud Vancouver's new transgender gender variant guidelines. They especially applaud Vancouver's school board and its new sexual orientation and gender identity policies, which make Vancouver a global leader in transgenders' rights for youth.
You're watching the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw.
Okay, now we have the Affinity Auto Group.
Go get them, Simone.
They are, of course, Vancouver's leading luxury and performance vehicle dealership with a proud and long-standing commitment to supporting Vancouver's LGBTQ community. They founded Friends & Company, Vancouver's newest LGBT networking organization. They've been raising money for out in schools for each of its first 2 years, and of course, they're proud to have legendary Las Vegas female impersonator Larry Edwards representing them for Pride 2014. Thank you, Larry. Happy Pride.
Now we have the MPA Society. The MPA Society was formed in 1971 to provide support and services to individuals living with mental illness. We believe every person has the right to be treated with dignity and respect and value uniqueness in every individual.
Here we have the BC Liberal Party. Under the leadership of Premier Christy Clark, we are very proud to be supporting the values of inclusiveness, diversity, and equality of all people. They are proud to call Vancouver a global leader for LGBTQ rights, our home. Congratulations to the Vancouver Pride Society and their devoted volunteers for hosting the 36th Annual Pride Parade.
You know, one of the wonderful things about Vancouver is their incredibly rich and diverse selection of LGBTQ sporting groups. There are many, many of them around, and of course this is one of our longest running. And it, of course, is the West End Slow Pitch Association, known as WESA. And WESA will, of course, be at the World Softball Tournament in Dallas in September. Show some slow pitch love to WESA, everybody!
Yes, we heard there's 3 or 4 groups from Vancouver going to be in Dallas, so stop by and see us at the Vancouver booth. The gorgeous Miss Wessa. We got the BC Nurses Union. The BC Nurses Union are marching today with pride. As diverse as the communities they serve, BC nurses protect and advocate for health and well-being of nurses and the people of British Columbia. Our nurses matter. Great costumes. They got quite a big vehicle as well. Let's give it up for the BC nurses.
Keeping the promise, quality healthcare through safe staffing.
Doing great doing great work.
Now we have the Children's Wish Foundation of Canada. The Children's Wish Foundation is a uniquely Canadian charity that grants heartfelt wishes to seriously ill children. Each wish is carefully created to meet the needs of sick children and their family.
The Terminal City Roller Girls. Vancouver's Terminal City Roller Girls are hard-hitting, fast-skating women. The sports arena historically has been a pretty tough place for LGBTQ athletes, and the Women's Roller Derby Revival has battled to do away with old attitudes in sports and has made the roller derby world a place of inclusion and acceptance. In fact, a disproportionate number of TCRG athletes identify as gay, bisexual, queer, or transgender, and they like it that way. As long as you can skate, we want you. Check out TerminalCityRollerGirls.com for more on how to get involved.
And next we have up Concrete Vertigo Productions. Here come the Vixens of Wonderland cast. This sexy, hilarious, and contemporary show is just dying for you to come. Down the rabbit hole and experience Wonderland as never before. Watch Alice encounter all the Wonderland characters you thought you knew. Only this time they're singing, dancing, and taking their clothes off. It's a classic story turned on its side and spanked by Concrete Vertigo Productions. Vixens of Wonderland is playing August 15th to 29th at Performance Works on Granville Island.
I saw that show just the other night. It was incredible.
Get down to Granville Island and check it out.
All right, here comes the Safeway Toonie Brigade #1. Take out your toonies and loonies for the Toonie Brigade. The parade takes tens of thousands of dollars to put on, and every dollar donated to Vancouver Pride goes to putting on future Pride parades. If you've got a toonie or a loony, take it out and let's give it away.
Please do generous, everybody.
Be generous.
It's your toonies that help put this on every year. And of course, here comes something that is an annual event here at the parade. They have the giant flag, and they ask you, of course, to throw your change into the flag.
Still lots of room in there.
Throw in your change, everybody. Help make every year's Pride Parade as big and beautiful as we can. Women Against Violence Against Women. WABA, the Rape Crisis Center, works to end all forms of violence against women. They provide all self-identified women who experience any form of sexualized violence with support and healing.
And next we have the Canadian Bar Association of BC, Sexual Orientation and Gender Identity Conference. A legally proud float celebrates pride diversity in the legal profession. They first marched in the parade in 2012 and have no objections to dancing, strutting, and glittering their way through Vancouver Street with pride ever since.
All right, here we have AIDS Vancouver. Since 1983, AIDS Vancouver has been providing programs and services through education, support, and community-based research on HIV and AIDS. They have streamlined their community's case management program and started up a new health promotion program with the community partners SOS, DAMS, YouthCo, NCC, ABC, and Work. Join them today as they celebrate 22 years. May McQueen has been volunteering for that long. She's surrounded by many volunteers and the board members and staff of AIDS Vancouver.
Next we have a big sponsor of Pride this year. Let's hear it for Stoli. Stoli is proud to be the official vodka of Vancouver Pride, a longtime supporter of LGBTQ groups and Pride festers across the world. Stoli stands for proud alongside the LGBTQ community in the fight for equality. For more information on Stoli's long-standing commitment to the LGBT community, visit StoliForEquality.com. Happy Pride, Vancouver, from Stoli.
And their underwear.
Yes.
Well,
Lots of pretty people.
they're not serving any drinks.
We're serving it up, though.
Serving something.
Serving it up indeed. Right you are, Angus.
I didn't realize that was a food float. Now we have Pause for Hope Animal Foundation. Pause for Hope Animal Foundation is a Vancouver-based animal welfare and charity committed to sustaining animal welfare in BC. Their vision is, well, a society that provides the utmost care for companion animals. We love you. Pause for Hope Animal Foundation.
And now, of
Indeed.
course, we have COPE, which is the Coalition of Progressive Electors. COPE is a civic reform organization which unites individuals and groups seeking a progressive orientation in Vancouver's civic life by means of continuous organizing and campaigning around issues affecting the people of Vancouver and by nominating and electing candidates to civic office. As part of its new diversity mandate, COPE has recently established gay, lesbian, bisexual, two-spirited, and transgendered caucuses. If you want the city in Vancouver to be more affordable and inclusive, you can join COPE and be part of the change.
Now here we have PLE, a Community Services of BC. PLE is an accredited non-for-profit community service agency that has operated throughout BC for 30 years. They deliver services to children, youth, adults, and families who face significant challenges and adapt their programs to suit each individual's strengths and needs and help people leading fulfilling lives within their communities.
Well, here's a big, bright, beautiful float. Last Door Recovery Center. Pride is hugely important for the GLBTQ recovery community. The prominent club and bar culture within the community during Pride means a clean, sober, and fun place is needed for people in recovery. Last Door Recovery Society is pleased to host the 5th edition of Clean, Sober, and Proud.
Give it up for Clean, Sober, and Proud, Vancouver.
Give it up! This is an amazing float. Lots of energy, showing you just how much fun you can have without mind-altering anything.
What a good look at a healthy crowd.
Now that's how you do a pride, people.
That's right. Whoa, look at those folks.
Now we have Pinoy Pride Vancouver. They're marching today to promote acceptance, equality, and respect for the LGBTQ community in the Philippines, which continues to struggle with the challenges of equal acceptance. PPV strongly provides and believes in coexistence among the populace. The marchers are wearing purple tees, the color associated with royalty. The words and phrases printed on the tees are Swark Speak for Gay Speak, commonly used in the Filipino LGBTQ community.
Boy, I'm still not over the Clean and Sober Proud.
That was
Pride.
a great float.
Amazing float. All right, now, of course, every year, our member of Parliament for Vancouver Centre, we have Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau, the head, of course, of the Canadian
is.
Federal Liberal Party, along with Dr. Hedy Fry. The Liberal Party of Canada.
Go.
Hey, guys.
Hi, nice to see you.
All right, hold on.
Right.
No, it's called Kamigo.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
There we go.
Thank you.
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride.
Justin Trudeau! Of course, carrying on what his father did before him.
Selfie hog.
Dr. Hedy Fry! She is proud and honored to represent Vancouver Centre as our Member of Parliament. Look at her Trinity Pride happening here. That's my girl. A fierce advocate for GLBT rights since first being elected 21 years ago. She is the current health critic for the Liberal Party of Canada. Dr. Fry has participated in 22 Pride parades. She is, of course, joined today by Justin Trudeau, leader of the Federal Liberal Party of Canada, as they march for equality. It is with pride that the Federal Liberal Party celebrates the progress the queer community has made in gaining equality and acceptance since the first Vancouver Pride Parade 36 years ago. And, of course, Doug Miller, as always.
We have
Mercy
our
for
Mercy
Animals.
Animals Canada. And next up we have our City of Colors. Our City of Colors is a non-profit seeking to increase the visibility and issues facing LGBTQ people in various linguistic and cultural communities. They believe that many communities are underserved when it comes to LGBT resources. Next we have the Moto Car Co-op. The Moto Car Co-op started in the West End 17 years ago with 2 cars and 16 members. Moto now has thousands of members sharing hundreds of cars, trucks, vans, electrics, and conveniently located in Metro Vancouver. Book Moto by the hour or the day.
Now we have the Peak 102.7, Vancouver's new rock station. Listen to discover your favorite artist and become a Peak VIP. For exclusive concert and contest information, visit thepeak.fm to listen live and then find the latest information on community events, concerts, and new artists.
The Adoptive Families Association of British Columbia. They are, of course, a non-profit organization promoting adoption and supported adoptive families for over 35 years. AFABC's province-wide services ensure that adoptive families are educated and supported before, during, and long after their children come home. We know that gay parents make great parents and are proud to celebrate our shared values of love, courage, commitment, diversity, resilience, and inclusion with our friends in the LGBTQ community.
And next up we have the Vancouver Rowing Club celebrating its 125th anniversary. The Vancouver Rowing Club is Vancouver's oldest athletic club in the city. Situated on the waters of Cole Harbour, VRC is nestled in beautiful Stanley Park. The founding sport of the club, rowing, continues its tradition of athletic excellence. VOC celebrates an impressive international record, having placed athletes on Canada's Olympic team, Pan American and Commonwealth Games teams.
Some great floats this year.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All
Everyone's
right.
really thought it out.
Here we have the Parent Support Services of Society of BC. Parent Support Services of Society of BC has chosen to mark their 40th anniversary with a strengthened community for supporting the LGBTQ families and their rights.
And then, of course, we have the Cactus Club Cafe at English Bay, which is pretty much where we're located. Cactus Club is excited to celebrate its 4th year as Vancouver's Pride Parade participants, honoring the royalty recognized in those of the LGBT community. This year, Cactus English Bay voyages to the glittery seas in the Queen of the Bay, encouraging you to let your pride set sail. Throw out your best salute in appreciation of all the organizers of this year's parade.
All right, here we have Out in Sports. Out in Sports Society was incorporated in 2011 to provide a safe and legal vehicle for recreational organizers to operate in a community-level sports league. All leagues that operate under the Out in Sports provide more opportunities for queer sports in Vancouver by working with community leaders to facilitate the development of new sports leagues.
And this is the Conservative Party, Vancouver Centre Conservative Association. The Conservative Party of Canada forms Her Majesty's government, and the Vancouver Centre Conservatives are proud to show their support for the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgendered community. The Conservative Party.
Things are heating up. We're just about 2/3 of the way through the parade. And next we have CIBC. It's Canada's leading financial institution that provides full suite of financial services and products. Over 10 years ago, CIBC was the first Canadian bank to establish a professional network for their LGBT employees. In the 1990s, CIBC became the first Canadian bank to offer same-sex benefits to their employees before it was legislated to requirement to do so. CIBC actively participates in LGBT organizations as the founding member of Pride at Work Canada.
You're watching the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw.
CJSF Radio 90.1 FM. They are Simon Fraser University's campus radio station, and they are proud to be marching once again with friends in the Vancouver Pride Parade.
And this is, of course, the BC Civil Liberties Association. From fighting for the right of Vancouver's own Little Sisters bookstore to import LGBTQ plus materials, to intervening before the Supreme Court of Canada in support of equal marriage, the BC Civil Liberties Association has been advocating for gay rights and equality in the courts and in the streets for more than 40 years. Liberty, don't leave homos without it. Go to www.bccbcla.org.
And next up we have the BC Super Friends. BC Super Friends are queer, geeky, and proud of it. They host inclusive events for queer geeks and work with straight allies on ways to make the geek community safer spaces. You can join to watch the Super Friends at cosplay events, sing-alongs, gaming meetups, and more. Geeks of all kinds are welcome, no matter what your gender, sexual orientation, or fandom. Find them online through Facebook or at www.bcsuperfriends.com.
Give it up for the Super Geeks, everybody!
Yay!
There's some pretty impressive costume going on here. Well cosplayed.
And they're doing us in this heat of 30-degree heat today. Give it up a big hand for the people in all these costumes.
Celebrating 36 years of Pride here in Vancouver.
Yes, 36 years, amazing.
Justin Saint coming up. This is what you have a makeup artist doing. A makeup artist with far too much time.
Wow.
Justin, you look flawless, my dear.
This is still part of the BC Super Group. Super Friends, looking good.
And say more diversity in gaming.
More diversity in gaming.
All right, here we have WestJet. WestJet is proud to be Canada's most preferred airline, powered by an award-winning culture of care and recognized as one of the country's top employers. WestJet offers scheduled service to more than 85 destinations in North America, Central America, the Caribbean, and Europe. WestJet is thrilled to support parades across the country, celebrating all the amazing communities that they fly into.
And this, of course, look out for the dancing pink umbrellas. It's loud business, everybody. Got Josh Reimer up on the truck. Blair Smith up in front, one of the organizers. Loud Business is an association of gay-owned and gay-friendly businesses in BC. This is their third year in the parade. Loud Business supports their own charity, the Loud Foundation, and awards annual scholarships to students in our community. You can find out more about what they do at loudbusiness.com. I know I'm very proud to take part with them every year and helping to choose scholarships for gay youth. And this is, of course, Port Metro Vancouver. Port Metro Vancouver is Canada's largest port, a proud diverse workplace, and a leader in environmental stewardship. Approximately $184 billion in goods is traded annually, with more than 160 trading economies.
Now we have the UBC Faculty of Medicine. The University of British Columbia's Faculty of Medicine continues to support LGBTQ staff and students as they march for the 5th year in a row in the Vancouver Gay Pride Parade. Moreover, the school's curriculum has evolved over the years to include topics specific to LGBTQ health issues.
Followed by WorkSafe BC. Here comes WorkSafe BC, British Columbia's champion in the workplace safety. accompanied by the host of staff ambassadors and their 2 safety mascots, WorkSafe Sam and Bobby Cat.
Lots of color for the parade. It's great. Some of the things that we've seen really, really a lot of people showing their stuff.
BC.
There's my date for tonight. Well, if you hear a voice like that, everybody, you know it's going to be a radio station. It's, of course, Sonic Nation Radio, home of the Kid Carson Show. And they are bubble blowers.
Thank you. Thank you for celebrating knowledge today.
We got a bit of a break for
Oh,
everybody.
Kid Carson is having a great time on that float.
Absolutely.
Kid, I hope you have some sunscreen on that poor bald head.
You're watching the 36th annual Vancouver Pride Parade.
Welcome back to the 36th annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw.
We have the Safeway Toonie Brigade. Take out your toonies and loonies for the Toonie Brigade. The parade takes tens of thousands of dollars to put on, and every dollar donated to the Vancouver Pride Society goes to putting on future events. Hope you enjoy yourself and take out some cash and give. And give it up for all our volunteers helping this happen. Woo!
I'll tell you the story of how. I'll tell you the fact that I had to take all that fabric up to someone on Davie Street to sew. The 2 flags, we actually had to sew them. Yeah,
They're brand new. Try carrying that up the street.
Oh. Now look at that.
Oh, here we have someone keeping us going. It's Starbucks Coffee. Starbucks is proudly serving Vancouver and its customers since 1987, inspiring and nurturing the human spirit, one person, one cup, one neighborhood at a time.
Got some giveaways here.
Starbucks is also finding ways to minimize their environmental footprint and tackle climate change. They're committed to serving the highest quality, responsibly grown, ethically traded coffee to help create a better future for farmers. They're proud to be celebrating 25 years.
Radioactive Nerves.
Radioactive Nerd makes nerdy clothes.
Nerdy clothes for all those in the market.
Yeah, thanks, sir. We're not geeking for Radioactive Nerd. There was a mistake.
Now here we have RBC, members and allies of the Pride Employees Resource Group, along with regional president of RBC Bank, and are carrying one of the largest Pride flags in Canada. RBC and its employees promote inclusiveness throughout the company, volunteer at community events, and donate to several charity organizations in the LGBT community. RBC's policies support the LGBT community, have been recognized by the Human Rights Campaign, naming RBC as one of the best places to work for LGBT equality. RBC Royal Bank has participated in the Vancouver Pride Parade since 1999. Happy Pride from RBC Royal Bank.
And of course, now we have American Apparel. They are sweatshop free and made in the USA. American Apparel has supported LGBTQ rights and initiatives in communities internationally through stores for the past 10 years. This year, American Apparel is supporting the community in Vancouver through the Vancouver Pride Society by producing the Equal t-shirt. The t-shirt will be sold in all Vancouver American Apparel stores until September, and some of the profits from this t-shirt will be donated to the Pride Society's Legacy Fund. So it's a big thank you to American Apparel. And they, of course, are sweatshop free. It actually does make a difference. They've also donated the volunteer t-shirts for Vancouver Pride this year. Simone, you're up.
Here we have the Rainbow Concert Band. The Vancouver Rainbow Concert Band is Canada's only LGBT community concert band that is proud to be a member of the Worldwide Gay Lesbian Band Association and is proud to play and perform in Vancouver. With its diverse and rich cultural heritage, their repertoire includes jazz, classical, traditional pop, Broadway music. They welcome instrumentalists of all ages. Only requirement is to be GLBT friendly. Yad Be Yad is up next. Yad Be Yad is Vancouver's first non-denominational and non-partisan Jewish advocacy group. They strive to bring the LGBTQ community and Jewish communities together, hand in hand, to work for equality and respect today. They celebrate gay rights in Canada and Israel while supporting the fight for queer rights around the world. Yad Be Yad.
Your Vancouver Aquarium is bigger and better than ever before. We're celebrating the biggest expansion in our history all summer long, so come down and join in the fun with sea otters, penguins, and 50,000 other aquatic creatures. They are a recognized leader in connecting people to our natural world. As a self-supporting nonprofit association, the Vancouver Aquarium is dedicated to affecting the conservation of aquatic life.
And next we have the Canadian Olympic team, and Canadian Olympic teams are joining the hordes of fans and spectators celebrating Pride festivities at the 2014 parade here in Vancouver.
Now we have Vancouver Latin Gay Community. The Vancouver Latin Gay Community and Friends is dedicating to raising awareness and visibility of the vibrant culture throughout the world. They're celebrating diversity and have members from all across Latin America. It's important for them to be proud of who they are and where they come from.
Next up, we have the Green Party of Canada. The Green Parties of Vancouver, BC, and Canada marched together with the Vancouver Pride Parade, led by Vancouver City Councillor Adrian Carr and new council candidates Peter Fry and Ciela Brown, along with the leader of the Green Party of Canada, Elizabeth May. MP for Sanders Gulf Islands and leader for the Green Party of BC, Adam Olson, a member of the Tsuut'ina First Nation. The Greens are enthusiastic supporters of Pride and LGBTQ rights. They marched today in demonstration with the 6 key values of the Vancouver Green Party: social justice, respect for diversity, non-violence, sustainability, ecological wisdom, and participatory democracy.
Here we have JRFM 93.7. They're a fabulous new country radio station here in Vancouver as part of the Jim Pattison Broadcasting Group. They like to say, save a horse and ride a cowboy.
BCRAD, the British Columbia Rainbow Alliance of the Deaf. Deaf and proud. The BC Rainbow Alliance of the Deaf is a social and educational organization for deaf, and hard of hearing, and deafblind people who are gender and sexual minorities and their allies.
Next, we have a popular float with this crowd. We've got the Labatt's Breweries of Canada. Brewed in Canada since 1986, Bud Light has been going to become one of the #1 beers in the world. This beer is brewed by using the finest malted barley and premium hops to give it the unique aroma and crisp, smooth finish. As part of the Labatt Breweries of Canada, Bud Light and Labatt's employees would like to acknowledge their continuous value and gratitude for the relationships they hold with their partnerships that exist along Davie Street.
You are watching the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw.
Now we have Royal Pacific Realty Dragon Dance Team. This is the world's first. The Royal Pacific Realty Group Dragon Dance has never happened. Royal Pacific is truly a diverse company and have the dragon specially made for this event. The dragon is the symbol of prosperity and today brings all of us good fortune, luck, health, vitality, and new beginnings.
It's pretty impressive. A special rainbow dragon the very first time.
Very colorful.
It's beautiful. Thanks so much to the Royal Pacific Realty Dragon Dance Team. It's a lot of work to put that together.
It sure is.
Another big one, which is the BC Federation of Labor. With over 3 million workers represented by multi-union Pride in Canada, the union has given you the weekend, vacation leave, sick leave, pensions, maternity and paternity leave, recognition of same-sex couples, health and safety pay, and pensions equality. These benefits are for all workers. We are all affected. The BC Federation of Labor. They don't clump, but so peace out.
Where are we?
Okay, we have a real mix of entries here, so just keep on top of it here and bear with us as we go through the program.
There's, of course, Cup W.
The International Longhouse and Warehouse Association. We have CUPW, pardon me.
Yep, Cup W and QP.
These are all part of the Federation of Labor, I believe. And then we have the Canadian Federation of Students, including the Douglas Student Unions, COPE Pride and Solidarity, some very colorful rainbow costumes, a very colorful band, and the BC GEU Pride out in your community.
And of course, that's the BC government.
BC GEU Pride.
Out in your community.
Showing us a real colorful collection from all sorts of elements of the union movement.
IATSC Local 91.
UBCP.
UBCP, of course, which is the Union of BC Performers.
We have ACTRA, ACTRA.
Of course, Vink. BC Teachers Federation.
Private sectors teachers. And we have Unifor Local 11, pardon me. We got a big entry coming up soon, and it's Unifor Local 11. And Unifor members have a long and proud history of fighting for LGBT rights and benefits and have realized many victories over the years. The most recent victory resulted in Unifor Local 111 having specific, beneficial, transgendered language as part of their last collective agreement. Unifor is not only committed across Canada to fight for rights for the LGBT members, but for those in communities as well. Let's be the change we wish to see in our world. Uniform Local 11.
And of course, they're proudly, they brought out one of the old Davie Street buses. BC Hydro back then. Long before TransLink.
Back in the day. And we still have a few more unions coming along, including...
Here we have CUPE BC, British Columbia's division of the Canadian Union of Public Employees. With more than 85,000 members in communities over BC, CUPE BC is the largest union in the province.
No shooting the... No super soakers on the TV booth, please. Happy Pride from CUPE. Next we have the Union of Psychiatric Nurses.
The Union of Psychiatric Nurses is a healthcare union representing approximately 1,000 registered psychiatric nurses across the province.
And then we have the BC Ferries and Maritimes Workers Union. They got a great float with a ferry, and they were founded in 1977 and represent over 4,000 workers.
Queen of Solidarity, it's called. BC Ferries cruising the straits.
Safety at sea is their #1 priority. Come and cruise the straits with us is their motto.
You're watching the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the 36th Annual Vancouver Pride Parade on Shaw.
All right, here we have the New Democratic Party. Here they are, Canada's NDP. They're here today as the Heroes for Humanity, a noble and hardworking band of superheroes that work to protect the planet, fight corruption, and help Canadians, and ensure life is affordable.
And of course, that was Spencer Herbert, who was the MLA provincially. He was up at the beginning. And of course, Mabel Elmore, who is also another member of our provincial government.
And of course, there's Constance Barnes, Commissioner Barnes.
The Pride with Kwantlen Student Association.
Yep, I got it. Welcome aboard the Sexuality Space Station. Built in partnership with the brilliant and creative folks of the Pride Kwantlen Collective, Kwantlen Student Association, and Kwantlen Polytechnic University, the Kwantlen Student Association. Their only goal is to lead the world into a brighter future where everyone is free to be themselves and live free of discrimination and prejudice. They have anti-bigotry phasers. They are an intergalactic force to be reckoned with.
And next we have the Canadian Cancer Society, and they coming along with their new life float. The society's been working very hard over the past few years, engaging local the LGBT communities with a productive gay men's health committee on board. The fall of the society is hoping to receive a grant to focus on cancer prevention and early detection in gender and sexually diverse populations. Come and visit the Canadian Cancer Society at Booth 69 at Sunset Beach Festival after the parade. Give it up for the Canadian Cancer Society.
Now there's a float.
Today is no other day. Celebrate like no other. Know your breasts, know your balls. That's what we're asking. The Cancer Society wants you to touch yourself regularly. Do it right now. Go ahead, touch yourself regularly.
The Canadian Cancer Society putting on quite an amazing float this year at the Pride Parade.
Oh, it's perfect.
Very colorful.
That's a really,
she
really
sees
imaginative
you.
float.
All right, now we have the Vancouver Halloween Parade and Expo. Vancouver Halloween Parade and Expo brings back the family-friendly Halloween. The parade starts at noon on Sunday, October 19th on Granville, downtown Vancouver. The Expo is a 2-day convention of fandom, cosplay, comics, anime, games, toys, makeup, costumes, arts, and performances. The expo is from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday of October 18th to the 19th at the Sheridan Vancouver Wall Center between Nelson and Burrard, downtown.
VanHalloween.com.
It'll be here before you know it. Of course, another holiday on the gay calendar.
Gay Halloween. Gay Christmas.
God
Look
bless.
at those costumes.
This, of course, is the Electronic Arts Canada Inc. EA is proud to support LGBT equal rights and strives to do its part in making communities more inclusive for our LGBT friends, family, colleagues, and fans. EA will participate in 9 Pride Parades this year throughout the world. Let's come together and celebrate our pride in style. Thanks to EA.
Next up is a group with a great name, Wham Bam Productions. Wham Bam Productions, featuring the Wham Bam Babes, is a BC loud and proud unmodeling agency. Everything from alternative model showcasing, casual mobile photo shoots, is the famous Bambulance, party hosting, brand ambassadors, and more. Ink piercings and no Photoshop. The Wham Bam Babes know that just being yourself is sexy.
Here comes Dockstetter Subaru.
And the DeLon Group.
Next room.
Vancouver Communities in solidarity with Cuba. Vancouver Communities in solidarity with Cuba is participating in Pride for the 8th consecutive year, flying the Pride flag and the Cuban flag high together to celebrate the fact that Cuba says LGBTQ rights are human rights. Come check out their table at Sunset Beach to find out all about their amazing advances and the work they're doing in the LGBTQ community in Cuba.
Next up is Generation for Sound. Music and spectacle help bring life and energy to every celebration and event around the world. Boys and girls from across the rainbow spectrum wish you a happy Pride.
Oh, now here we have the Vancouver Dispensary Society for medical cannabis for everyone.
And it looks like she's dispensing.
What is that smell?
And of course, providing services to cancer patients, etc.
Pain management.
Pain management, well said.
Sensible BC.
That is one big giant spliff.
It sure is. Wow.
And this, of course, is the big bus, Viva La Diva. And the best sock monkey I've seen. No. I think the sock monkey has been going behind the medical dispensary people for far too long on the parade.
It looks like it.
Well, here comes a big, colorful group.
We've got the Vanopoly group coming up, and Vancouver is a Vancouver area polyamory support group. Their community has a variety of regular discussion, potluck, and social events. They are the LGBTQ and hetero with all genders and orientations welcome. Polyamory, or poly for short, involves openness to multiple loving relationships with honesty, openness, and consent among all partners. Visit them at vanopoly.ca.
Better you than me.
And correction, that's vanpoly.ca. VANPOLY.ca.
Poly Pride indeed. Some amazing makeup.
And here come some people that I hope have sunscreen on. It's the Wreck Beach Bear Buns Run. Put your buns together for the Wreck Beach Bear Buns Run. Buns Across the Border run contingent led by Jeff Golding. This is on the Tidal Flats run on August 10th with on beach registration.
The Calgary Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster! Give it up! They wanted to march in this year's Vancouver Pride Parade because they wanted to share the good news with you that the Flying Spaghetti Monster is sometimes a king and at other times a queen.
Out for kids.
But by the end of the day, the Flying Spaghetti Monster's gay.
Here we have Out for Kicks, a soccer team, gays, and their allies coming to kick your balls.
Out for Kicks is Vancouver's friendly recreational LGBT soccer club for men and women of all ages and skills. From those who have never handled balls before to seasoned pros, they provide a safe, fun, and supportive recreational environment for LGBT players and their gay-friendly teammates to enjoy the game of soccer. Check them out at outforkicks.ca.
Have the Carnival Sensations Caribbean Society, and Carnival Sensations is excited and proud to join the Vancouver Pride Parade in a celebration of life. Carnival Sensations is a non-profit society that works towards the evolution of Carnival in Vancouver. Their mission is to engage, preserve, and promote Carnival and Caribbean culture. Differences are set aside as they thrive to sound sweet, soca music, and dance together.
With one of my favorite restaurants, The Reef. Go to The Reef if you want some curry and roti and jerk chicken.
Everybody get up! It's Carnival here at the Vancouver Pride Parade! Happy Pride, everybody!
Happy Pride, we love you!
Let's head up for a fantastic 36th annual Vancouver Pride Parade.
What an amazing parade that was.
Oh, it was brilliant. 650,000 people.
143 floats.
And glorious sunshine here in Vancouver.
Amazing. Hot, hot, hot.
It's about to get hotter because now it's time to head to the festival site.
I understand you're emceeing.
Yes, I'll be emceeing the festival site. It'll be a lot of fun.
The party is just getting started here in Vancouver.
Absolutely.
Happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride, Vancouver.
Happy Pride, everyone. We love you.